What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to teach you the SEO basics. I'm going to take everything that everyone else on YouTube makes super complex and just break it down into simple terms. So stick around to the end because you're going to get a lot of value from watching this video. So what you're going to learn today is what search engine optimization is, what search engines are, what organic listings are, why SEO is important, how Google ranks websites, and what the difference between White Hat SEO is and Black Hat SEO is. So, search engine optimization is the practice of optimizing your website to increase organic traffic to your website. And there are three main components of search engine optimization, right? Or three main pillars, I should say. And that is on page SEO, which is anything that happens on your website that can impact your website positively in search rankings. So this could be things like updating a title tag or updating a heading tag or making sure that you have a keyword in your URL and stuff of that nature. If you don't know about that stuff and you want to learn more, just email me at Dresean Ryan.com and I can show you a more practical example in my coaching program. Then you have off-page SEO, which is anything that happens outside of your website. So you get social media shares or somebody links to your website from another website. That is considered off-page SEO. Then you have technical SEO, which is basically all of the things or all of the elements that might be going on that may be wrong and maybe preventing Google from seeing your website, but also can impact users in a negative way. Like, for example, having a very slow load time. You want your website to load fast, and that is an element of technical SEO, right? No one likes a slow load time, and Google doesn't like it either. So, what are search engines? Well, search engines are any type of website that people utilize to search for information. This could be Yahoo, this could be Bing, but most commonly this is Google, right? And Google, we use Google every single day. It's literally the modern day dictionary that people didn't have back then. It has so much information on it. And we go to Google every time to search for different terms, search for different things. We want to educate ourselves and continue learning. Or sometimes we want to watch our favorite shows, right? Or maybe sometimes we want to learn how to cook a fried egg. Like in this example in the GIF right here. But anyways, so search engines were really designed to help users find information and educate themselves on certain topics that they want to learn about, right? Now, there are two types of listings that are shown in the search results. There are paid listings and there are organic listings. And paid listings are when advertisers are basically paying Google to be displayed at the top of Google, right? And they show above organic listings. The way you can find out what a paid listing is by paying attention to what the listing actually says. So you can see here, this says ad, right? And most paid listings say ad. So you should always look for that when you are looking at the search results to determine what is a paid listing and what is an organic listing. Organic listings usually show below paid ads, but they are, they don't say ad on them, and they are just very accurate. They give you the information that you want to see. And so this is why SEO is important, and this is why organic listings are important. It's because 68% of online experiences begin with a search engine. 53% of all website traffic comes from organic search, and 70 to 80% of people ignore paid search results, choosing to only click on organic search results. And that is very important. So let's talk about how Google ranks your webpage. So Google basically has something called a crawler, right? Their crawler in specific is called Googlebot, right? It's known as many different names like crawlers or spiders or user agents. There's a multitude of different names that you can call a crawler. But Google's bot is also another name, by the way. But Google's crawler is called Googlebot. And what it does is it identifies all of your pages on your website through something called an XML sitemap and also through links on a page. And once it identifies all of those pages, right, it then stores those pages in Google's index. Now, once those pages get stored in Google's index, what happens is whenever a user is searching for something on Google, Google will apply the algorithm to your pages and try to identify if your page meets the criteria of the top ranking pages on Google. And once it does that, it will compare you to your competitors, and then that's how it determines whether or not it should rank you in the search results, right? And that is very important to know. So whenever you're doing some type of SEO and you're trying to rank on for SEO purposes, you want to make sure that you are basically apples to apples with your competitors, and you want to make sure that you are better. You're way better than them, right? So look, you can verify that by looking at word counts. So if they have 1,500 words of content, create 2,000 words of content. Look at images. Look at how many times they're mentioning their keywords. Look at if they have their keywords in the right place. Is it in the key? Is it in the URL? Is it in the H1? How many different variations do they have? Stuff like that. And then you need to know the difference between white hat SEO and black hat SEO. So black hat SEO is anything that goes against Google's guidelines, and white hat SEO is anything that goes with Google's guidelines. You always want to be in the favor of Google's guidelines, because then you won't get deranked. Everybody who tries to do black hat SEO stuff, they end up getting deranked eventually. And that's because they do things like creating irrelevant backlinks and just trying to get backlinks from anywhere so that they can rank in the Google results, right? But that doesn't work for long. Or they'll like stuff their pages with keywords. You don't want to do stuff like that. You want to create relevant content. You want to get high quality backlinks. You want to make sure that you have relevant title tags so that Google knows that your website is a quality website. You don't want to do anything that, again, is against their guidelines. That's not going to help you. That's only going to hurt you, right? Google's goal is to always give users the best experience possible. And to do that, they need you to follow the rules, right? So that is really it. That is all I have for you in this SEO Basics presentation. And hopefully you learned a lot. And if you didn't, tell me what you didn't learn, and I'll add on to this presentation. I'll make a part 2. So leave questions or comments in the comment section below, and let me know what else you want to learn about. And that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.